Uh,
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I've always liked this guy, Jordan Henderson. Someone who has had unrealistic expectations to live up to, but his athleticism, his improved passing, the fact that he's become more adventurous has definitely made him a much better player, and all underpinned by a great desire and real commitment.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Dunk gets it away. Back to the keeper it goes. Nedved. Vinicius Junior. He has found the way through. And the finish! There it is! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Conte. Odo. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Azar conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good spread. Played back into the centre. Well timed, excellent interception.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Mbappe. Hazard. Jordan Henderson.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well measured. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Plays a sharp little ball here. He is through here! Azar. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Vinicius Junior. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Messi. Conte. And it's Beckham. He's in a good position here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's quick to get it clear again. Dunk. Rijkaard. And it's played forward. Now it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, John, surely! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And he's gone looking for safety. And here's Nedved. Nedved really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like...
Mbappe! It's a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Messi really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on, and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Thuram. Olise. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And this is... And Messi! And that would have won it.
Messi has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's on it. Can he get away? Marquez gets over and intercepts. Jordan Henderson. Oh, that's a key interception. That's a shade optimistic. And that was very necessary.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And that could set him on his way. Mbappe. Now Mbappe. Goes for a shot! He scores! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And there goes the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
Well, when I look at a team sheet, Peter, I pick out the leaders, and the leader on this team sheet for me is El Leon.
Oh yeah, the Lion, Rafa Marquez, a genuinely fearsome defender.
And a very nimble-footed player too. I mean, he can pass a ball properly.
Rodri, Subimendi, Al-Sad looking to pass their way through. It's Dembele! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Rijkaard tries to clear. They get a throw in. And it's Hakimi. Otto cuts it out. Now it's Dembele. Jordan Henderson. Now it's Haaland. Back into the middle. Haaland. Great chance! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Haaland has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Rodrigo. Hakimi.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And it's hoisted clear. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Jordan Henderson has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. He's in plenty of space here.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Dembele. And this is De Bruyne. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's De Bruyne. Oh, that's a key interception. Now, can they get him away? Shakes to shoot! And it's a goal!
Yeah.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Al-Sadd are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. To square things up. A formality. We're level. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Otto. Can he get it through? Oh, super find. He's got away. Chance! And he passes it long. And we hit half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. So once again, we're underway. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Rodrigo really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Rodrigo. Rodrigo is fouled. Quickly taken. Oh, super ball! Messi does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Marquez. And it's Messi.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
A probing pass. And he's straight offside. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Jordan Henderson, passing is crisp and sharp. De la Cruz plays a sharp little ball here. And he was alert to it. Now it's Rodrigo. Azar. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. He is through here. Messi! He scored! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Good ball, good take. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Otto. Can he get on the end of... And the shot! No mistake! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he's quick to get it clear again. Nuno Mendes. De la Cruz. And that is as far as it goes. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort, fall behind they... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Mas bien.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Centre of attention, of course, Zico. Now he can play.
Well, you know, he isn't just a playmaker, Peter. He puts the hard yards in, and he has the presence to be quite a strong leader too.
So it's no surprise that so many idolise him and emulate him.
Brazilian flair and elegance is tough to emulate, but very easy to admire.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Messi. Jordan Henderson. And it's Henderson. Messi. Caicedo. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Indonesia looking to pass their way through.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Caicedo. And it's Messi. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Mbappe, and he's managed to get... Can he finish? Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Had too much room. It was one of those instances when desperate measures were called for, and it was a reckless lunge.
So the would-be break... And he's buried it! 1-0! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Caught offside that time.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Mbappe. Jordan Henderson has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Tries to play it through. Now it's Mbappe. And the shot! He's scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
That's good running with the ball. He's going for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And the half-time whistle goes.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Deftly away. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He's shifting through. Mbappe! Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Zico. And that has put paid to that. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Indonesia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Mbappe. Jordan Henderson. And that has found him in acres of space. That's a decent clearance. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. And he was quick to react. Xavi Alonso. He's in a great position here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Xavi Alonso. Half an hour gone in the second half.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
That pass has been well intercepted. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Dunk. Jordan Henderson. Played out to the left flank. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Caicedo tries a deft little ball. Henderson gets across to intercept that. Into the last 5 minutes. It's a promising position. And it's played in.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Oh, easy pickings there. Messi shapes to shoot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score.
And that will be the final act. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Messi.